Welcome to the Tyler Kits podcast,
where Shameless meets the Waltons.
Are you ready?
Ready when you are, Sugar Tits.
Hi!
Hi,
How are
welcome
ya?
to, what episode are we on now?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you remember last week when we said we was going to get into double figures soon? How many more episodes is it now?
6.
Hey, she got it right. Your maths are getting better. Must be that tutor. So, welcome to episode 4.
Hope you're well. Hope you had a good week.
Yeah,
Surviving okay?
we're always surviving, aren't we?
Just about.
Especially on that lettuce you've been cooking up. We'll tell you more about that in a minute, won't we?
Yeah.
So, what's been happening?
I feel like nothing, but we've dragged together enough stuff to talk about in the last half an
Nothing?
hour.
You may not have been doing nothing, but I've been doing loads.
You have.
I've literally,
You're a busy little bee, aren't
I'm
you?
actually having a day off today. I'm not really doing any work. I'm just going to relax and chill.
Yeah, but can I just say, no one actually makes you build a fucking mansion for some bees, right?
Right.
That was purely you.
Okay. So I have, obviously, last week I told you we've got a beehive. It's a flow hive. It's really good. They're quite expensive, but it means if you want to harvest the honey, it's a lot easier than going in and scraping all the honey out of the trays, isn't it?
Like disturbing them, freaking out.
Yeah, you
and all
don't
that.
disturb them. You don't have to. All you do is you stick in the tap, and and you obviously crack it open, and it drains all the honey through into a jar. And you don't even have to open the hive up. You just have to take the roof off, and that's about it. So you're not disturbing the bees, or you're very little disturbance.
Yeah.
However, I had to find the perfect location, so I had to do lots of research, find the perfect location.
Yeah.
So I found that. However, the ground was all shitty and nasty, so I've dug it out with a digger.
Yeah.
I've built
We hired a digger.
hired a digger, dug it out, built a really nice base, a really nice frame. I've just got to put the roof on. I've put all new fence posts in that I've salvaged from our land.
Yeah.
Old fence posts, and stop the horses from getting in there. And it looks good. Yes, it looks like a mansion.
It's literally like MTV Cribs for about 4 bees.
No, but we're going to grow them, and then what I've done.
We're going to grow bees.
No, we're going to grow the amount of hives that we've got. That's what I meant. So I've done it because what's the point in building a stand and a nice little waterproofing for one hive when we could then eventually get another hive? So I thought if we do, it's better to do it now because otherwise we're going to disturb all the bees just to build an extension. Like I did with chickens. Build the extension straight out and then it's all done.
Marvellous.
It is.
What else did we hire the old digger for, though?
Oh, so we hired a digger because up on our land, right at the back end, it's kind of like it's a bit like an old quarry, isn't it? Or that's how it kind of looks, like a mini quarry.
Like a little cave, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a mini quarry, stroke cave. Really nice big granite blocks around the outside, and a little walkway in.
When you're there, you can't see anyone. No one can see you, so it's
and
really
you can't
private.
actually hear the road either, really, can you? Like
No.
that. So it's all rocky and filthy up there. In fact, actually, it's shitty up there as well because Jazzy declared to us that she took a shit up there the other day when she got caught short. However, not to worry because Harry, our retriever, ate it. Oh,
Right, dirty.
dirty shit-eating monster, isn't he?
Oh, that made me feel a bit queasy.
He is a dirty shit-eating monster. So we was up there, and well, what have we done up there before, babe? Come on, tell the
Can I
world.
say this is way before the shit?
This is like last year in the summer when there's no. I think the girls were with their dad, weren't they?
Yes.
And we were just free. Running around the acres of land, absolutely butt naked.
I wasn't running anywhere.
No,
I was
you didn't.
sunbathing.
You were sunbathing.
Shade bathing.
Shade bathing.
Yeah.
But it was a bit rocky, wasn't it? And we said, it's a bit hard on the back, fucking shagging on the rocks, having sex out there. So we decided that we wanted to build like a garden retreat, didn't we?
Yeah, sort of like
Well, I call it a garden retreat. What do you call it?
It's going to be a fuck den.
It's gonna be a fuck den.
It's going to be a dirty fuck den.
It is. So I'm just looking at how to build like log cabins and plans, and whether I should get a shipping container, and just look at the options really. But I've dug all the foundations out, and it's just ready to rock and roll, isn't it?
It is. It's amazing.
It's gonna be good. Dug all the pipes out, all the
so many stones.
all the channel out for like the electrics and the water and all the conduit to go up. So been proper busy.
Oh, it's going to be exciting, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be so good. And what else are we going to have up in it? We're going to have a hot tub, aren't we?
Well, kids think they're going to hijack that.
Well.
We've got another fucking thing coming.
We've got a hot tub up there. We're going to have a hot tub up there, but it's going to be what's that page that we follow?
Cabin Land.
They're really good, so we get loads of ideas for them. But they built like an outside hot tub where it's obviously you got like a furnace underneath it, and obviously it warms up the water that way. So basically, it's a bathtub that's heated underneath with a fucking gate oven underneath it.
It looks amazing.
It does look amazing. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to build one of those. And the kids are like, oh, what? You're going to have a hot tub up there? What are you doing and stuff? So we said to them, have a hot tub and stuff. They're like, oh, yeah, we're going to go up there. We're going to use that. And we're like,
I think the fuck not.
Fuck. It's the only place that's going to be kept fucking clean. So
get away from you turds. So
yeah, don't know fucking.
We had to go all out and try and put them off, and I was just like,
to put her daughters off, she told them that it's going to be filled with sex, juice, and spunk.
Can I just say, we're just a very liberal family.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Let's edit this out. This is a question: should we video this for YouTube?
Yes.
But I feel like, are we going to be natural? Because I feel like when you're on camera, you feel like...
What we want to do is I want to put the GoPro somewhere hidden.
Yeah.
Not like when we're having sex.
Don't put the whole internet.
But put the GoPro somewhere hidden and then film it without you realising, because it doesn't bother me being on camera.
Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't bother me being on camera. Shall we rewind to last week when we posted the video about you saying cunt and fuck every few seconds?
Yeah, that's because...
Because you're on camera, exactly.
No, that's because I was trying to be professional.
Oh, so when you like,
well, this doesn't matter because I'm shameless, so who gives a fuck?
So the thing is, it's like, we'll have to be professional because at the moment I'm sat here in my pants.
I know, it's great, isn't it? No bra on, touch the nips.
Stop!
You love it.
Yeah, but I'm not having that on YouTube.
What, me touching your nips?
What
No,
is different?
I don't share me touching your nips on YouTube. People don't want to see. Well,
like,
actually, some people pay to see that. A Miami page. Let's go.
Absolutely not.
No.
Although, can I say, our friend, shout out to Holly, fucking hell, she is coining it on fans only. Her gift list, someone said to like...
what's it called? A wish list.
Wish list, 250 quid tip, sent her an Xbox.
Do you know what my best bit from that is? What they sent her is a whole box of Haribo.
No way.
But I wouldn't even think to have that on my wish list, but that's actually quite good.
She is fucking winning at
so
life.
if you want see some tits and ass, go and follow her Miami page.
She's on our followers list.
Yeah, she's called Holly. She's lovely, but she's also
so nice.
She's also a fucking really good brow artist.
She is.
And the reason why she's a good brow artist is because I trained her.
Ting ting.
With the brow army. So if you want to learn how to do brows, microblading or machine brows, come and see me and Ian. Shout out to my bro, the Brow King.
Why? He didn't fucking listen!
I'll get him to listen to this one.
No, just rude, Ian. Just rude. You don't give a shit, do you?
I'm going to get him. That's because he's
You're too busy on your bike with your cats. You don't love us anymore.
No, he's not. He's doing all this research for the fake media, but we'll have a little rant about that later, won't we? So, what have you been up to? What else have you been doing?
Well, had our first food from the old polytunnel this week.
We did.
And
harvested lettuce, didn't we?
I actually convinced the girls to eat lettuce.
To be quite fair, I don't know why, but it was just a lot tastier, wasn't it? It was actually really quite nice.
Yeah.
Like, lettuce is lettuce, and lettuce tastes like lettuce, but it just kind of tasted... It was just fresher.
It is so fresh that I had to rinse it 8 times the amount of slugs and white fly on it. That's the downside.
Actually, it was quite funny because after the girls were halfway through eating it, I did say, did you manage to get all that green fly off the fucking lettuce? All those bugs out.
Had a shit
and
fit,
their
didn't
fucking face dropped. Oh my god, funny. I was like, it's fine, you're going to eat it. Your body will just digest it. So, Your veggie plots is going really good, though, isn't it?
It's going really well, and I've never been a gardener, I've never done it, but obviously now I've got the time, and I'm actually literally like loving it.
Yeah, mock the people that said we couldn't do it. Fuck you, haters. Trolls.
So what have you been watching?
Oh, so we've been watching one together, haven't we? We've been watching Afterlife season 2. If you've never watched Afterlife with Ricky Gervais, I mean, he is the most funniest comedian ever. Like, hands down, he is the funniest comedian. I mean, there's loads of funny comedians, but I think he is by far the best.
Yeah.
He just tips Russell Howard, because I love Russell Howard as well. However, his Afterlife program is just... It's funny as fuck, but it's also really hard hitting and serious, isn't it? At the same time, and it just shows you like what grief is and how people just struggle. Doesn't it? It's actually quite good.
I imagine now that's quite a hard thing for a lot of people to watch.
Yeah.
But actually, how other people react to you and deal with it, and how supportive they actually.
But if you haven't actually watched the first season, get on and watch it, because there's a bit on there where he calls some little kid in the school calls him a pedo. And he goes, what's that? He goes,
well, you're safe, you fat ginger little
you tubby little ginger cunt. To a kid. It literally is really good. It's quite emotional.
You will cry as much as you laugh, but in a good way.
But it is funny as fuck. But season 2 is just it. Like, I was a little bit skeptical if it's going to hit the same level as season 1.
Yeah.
But it surpassed it, didn't it? I think it was really good.
Yeah.
And some of the moments on there, like that stand-up talent show.
Oh my god,
cringy as fuck.
And your man who's doing like the meditation, he calls him a snot curdling cunt.
If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. What else have you been watching?
I've been watching a program called Mary Kills People on the Channel 4 app, which is really good if you've never had that and you've had enough of Netflix or you've watched everything on there. And she basically is a doctor. And she offers a service which is basically end-of-life care, if you like, and she gives them a drink which is like euthanasia. So it's all people who are terminally ill. And it's really, really good.
How much do you get paid?
She gets paid £10,000 per go to kill people.
Do you know what? I would do that for free.
For fuck's sake.
Well, I've got a new axe. Be like the olden days.
Let's edit that out. But... I totally agree with euthanasia.
Yeah,
I don't see why it's a criminal offence. It's mental that you, once a dog is terminally ill, you say, oh, you must put it down. It's in eternal suffering.
It's inhumane.
You wouldn't put it
Well, they're not dogs
that.
Anyway. They're not human, are they? But
so
it
just
is
because
inhumane
somebody
to keep a dog.
Somebody said, well, no, because it's not an act of God. You're not allowed to commit. You're not allowed to do it or help them.
That's the same with animals.
It's mental.
I mean, to be quite fair, I mean, if I was terminally ill and I was in agony and stuff like that, because people that are terminally ill, they're in all sorts of pain, aren't they? And it's.
But why should you have to go through that?
I mean, I would want to just be like, if I'm not going to survive on this, I will do as much on my bucket list as possible while I'm able to, and when it gets to a point where I can't actually manage it or cope, then I'll be like, just stick a needle in me and.
Or if you were like in a car crash and you were a vegetable, I couldn't cope with that. No way.
Well, shit myself.
Yeah. No, if it was me, I couldn't cope with something like that.
Well, you can cope with me if I was a vegetable.
No, well...
That's rude. I would love you forever if
would
you
your cock still work?
I bought you a wand. What more do you want?
Ladies, that's an amazing investment. Go to Love Honey and get yourself one.
I think they're like $39.99, aren't they?
I highly recommend it. It's even a plug-in one, so your batteries won't die at the
at the prime
peak moment.
It is literally like Marv from Home Alone 2 when he touches the taps and he gets electrocuted. That is what she's like.
Don't tell people that.
You just have it on medium, and then as soon as she starts coming, just whack it right up, and she's like, it's funny.
Fuck, did they need to know that?
Yeah, it's funny. It is funny, and it's all factual.
Yeah, it is true.
Every single word is factual.
Go treat yourself, ladies, to a quarantine.
Look, everybody does it. Why? What? Look, we're straight talkers.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Literally.
Like, who cares? I mean, you had it twice.
How?
Twice in the last 10 hours.
How did you turn a conversation about euthanasia into
fucking?
Yeah.
and wanting you.
Yeah.
Because we said about dying and vegetables and
Oh, you cock, yeah.
and my cock. So you started it by bringing my cock into this. We could go worse, but I won't. So I've been watching. So you've watched Mary Kills People.
Yeah.
Really good.
Recommend.
I'm going to actually start watching that once I finish watching what I've been watching. So I've been watching The Last Kingdom season 4.
Looks incredibly dull.
It's for anybody that's kind of likes. It's about Vikings, but it's also like based on history. So it's about around Alfred the Great sort of time.
Yeah.
And the Vikings. And like Mercia and Wessex and stuff like that. So the different divides, Northumbria and stuff. You didn't like that
I'm
shit.
I'm literally falling asleep already.
Shut up, you
I imagine everyone else
absolute
as well.
penis. But if you like movies like Troy, where they fucking chopping arms and legs and stuff off and stabbing people.
Incredibly dull.
Do you need a wee? She just wrote on her phone that she needs a wee. So yeah, it's actually really good. If you're into that sort of fighting
really
stuff.
Bored and there's literally nothing else to do.
I really like it because it's really quite like history, and it's also like people just getting chopped up with axes and stuff.
Again.
So that was Alexa.
Shut
She's
up.
just been for a wee. So she's back now. So we're going to go on to rants, aren't we? So
we're on rant.
Yeah, we're on rants. We've done our what's been happening, what we've been watching and all. So we're going on to rants. It's time for a rant.
You fucking idiot, Jeremy! You total fucking idiot! That was your job, you fucking moron! You cretin! You're a fuckhead! That's what you are! A fucking shithead!
What you got a little rant about today? In fact, I got 2. Have you got 2 or 1?
Just 1.
Right, so shall I start first?
Yeah.
So I'd say my first rant is kind of minimal, really. Just a bit about wank quotes on social media, really. I mean, it's.
When you change the way you look at things, things you look at change.
I mean, like you might as well just write on there a status saying, "Please give me attention," because I'm an attention whore. Mightn't you? It's like when people put on there, feeling pained, I've had such a hard day today. And they're just sending out that fishing line to say, for someone to message us and say, "Oh, what's the matter, mate?"
It's underneath when they say, "Oh, what's up, hon?" And she goes, "PM me." It's like, no.
Oh, yeah.
If you want the attention, you got to spill, like.
It's like if I've got a problem,
air your dirty laundry.
If I've got a problem and I talk to you about it or whatever else, I'll fucking speak to you or I'll speak to Ian.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's what's annoying. Like, if you're gonna air your dirty laundry, do you know I'm burping down the microphone?
I didn't. It wasn't me.
Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna air your dirty laundry, we want to see it all. Like, we want to read the comments, we want to see the arguments, we want to see the text.
We want to see the gifts going up with people sat there eating popcorn.
Seeing like, you know, the screenshots.
Yes, I'm here for the comments.
Yeah,
and stuff.
don't be attention whoring. Then say PM me, babe, because we want to see the whole dramatics.
Like, stop with the wank quotes. Just fucking straight talk it. In fact, do you know what? If you don't follow us on social media, follow us. I'm going to find a wank quote later, or I'm going to do a post and say, "This is because I'm an attention whore. Ask me what's wrong with me." I'm not going to PM. I'm not going to DM you. I'm just going to spread it all out on the fucking page. I'm going to find something good this week. I'm going to find something good, and I'm going to add that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I didn't even add the photo of my 7-finger forehead.
I'm hoping I'm going to get some trolling from it, and then I can talk about that next week.
Excellent.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
So, what's your little rant?
Maggie.
Our disabled dog.
Yeah.
You absolute heartless bitch. You can't rant about our disabled dog.
Well, okay.
All right, what's the matter with her?
Basically,
Shitty?
She basically has ADHD.
Oh yeah, she does.
So, can you imagine trying to get a nappy on a dog? She's like a hyperactive toddler.
She actually is. She actually is, isn't she?
So anyone who has kids or has had kids, when they were a toddler and you're trying to change their nappy,
And they're running all over the
And they
place,
run
and then they
away.
start pissing on the floor.
while they're running and shitting, that is what she's like.
Oh.
Yeah, so what she does is so I sort of sit her in between my legs and I have to try and pull the nappy up, and then what she does is she like pulls and pulls and pulls, and she gets so excited because all she wants to do is like, I'd say run. She obviously doesn't run, she
Well, she
shuffles.
kind of does run around, doesn't she?
She wants to go and play with the other dogs, which obviously is understandable, but I have to get a fucking nappy on before she shits everywhere.
Just to put this in perspective, what we have is I've built a purposely designed room for her with waterproof matting, and obviously pinned it and lined it all in. So obviously it's like a wet room, but with waterproof matting.
Yeah.
But it's also got carpet underneath the waterproof matting, so it's soft. So obviously, when she bounces, she doesn't hurt her bum or cause any more damage to it. And then we obviously put like sawdust chippings in there, so if she does have an accident, it kind of soaks it up. We can see it, and then we scoop it all out and clean it and stuff like that.
At night she's
in that,
and then the day she wears a nappy, but obviously you have to change it and stuff like that because obviously it gets.
So she just gets excited because she's been in there all night,
and then she wants to get out.
And she wants to get out and like charging.
So she's doing that, and I'm like holding her, trying to pin her down, put this nappy on. So I get one side taped, and then the other side, and then she's all shuffling, and then because I'm trying to like hold her with my body, she gets so excited she shoves her head back like that, headbutts me, cracks my chin on my teeth, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, just stay still. So that's usually like the morning that she's that level of excitement. But obviously
actually it's definitely like a child though, because you think if you just sit still and let me do this, you can go and play quicker. And
I say that to her.
Absolutely.
Not that she understands.
Well, she actually does understand.
So then that's obviously in the morning when she's really, really excited. And throughout the day it sort of gets less and less because obviously she's more tired or she's had her fun or whatever. So last night, I think it was about like 6 o'clock. I was like, right, if I change her nappy now, she's got on till I put her to bed about 9 o'clock. So I had a bath, got dressed. No, sorry, I hadn't got dressed. I actually just put my dressing gown on.
Ooh,
I was
nice.
all fresh, ready for bed. I was going to make the dinner, so I thought, right, so I'll clean nappy. She can play with the dogs. I'll make dinner. She can have a little, like, she can sit with us upstairs for a bit, and I'll put her to bed about 9 o'clock. So she hadn't actually really done a lot. She'd done like a tiny little wee. I was like, oh, that's fine. So I changed the nappy, got her clean. She actually sat still.
It's because she's tired.
Yeah, went back upstairs, got something. I think I got my phone because I was going back to listen to some songs to make some dinner. Came downstairs and she just looked at me like this. And if dogs could laugh like with a fucking cheeky smile, that's what she'd do. And I was like, you bitch. Do you know what she done? She done a fucking shit.
Where?
In a nappy. But I just changed it. And I was like, for fuck's sake, you knobhead, right? So I took her outside and I hosed her off.
Dirty.
And because she sits in it, it all mushed to her ass. Or like
mushy shit. Mushy shit.
So I took the nappy off, hosed her ass off, and I was like, right, if you just sit on the grass for 2 minutes, we'll sit outside and it'll dry for a bit before I put your nappy on you, because you don't want to sit like with wet fur and a wet nappy. No. So we sat outside.
I mean, I'm like that with my ass hairs. So like, don't want to put pants on.
Dry it properly.
Don't want to put pants on. Boxers don't wear pants.
So we sat outside for about 5 minutes. And I just was stroking and playing with her. And she was just so cute. And I picked her up and I was about to carry her in the house to put her nappy on, and she pissed all down me.
Oh, that's delicious.
All down.
I wonder what was smelling funny this last night when I came in from
I had a shower, obviously, afterwards. Well, I said, you absolute knob, you fucking give you a nappy, you shit on it straight away, and then I clean you again, and then you piss all over me.
Dirty.
Although, joking aside, she is so beautiful, isn't she?
She actually is, yeah.
She's just the most amazing,
I always give her a little bit more
loving,
breakfast now.
Yeah.
Don't I?
She's just so beautiful, isn't she? And she's really, and that, obviously, I know that sounds like over dramatic, but when we first got her, she used to do that about 8 times a day because she was a baby. So in terms of that, it's only like four times a day now. So that's
she's actually really good. She's actually a really good dog. She is actually the most fiercest guard dog out of all of our 7.
She would literally go apeshit, wouldn't she?
Well, she does. She hears the gate go and she literally goes mental. But the rest of them are like, yeah, whatever. Don't care. Yeah. And she's like, she's a proper guard dog, isn't she?
And she doesn't care that she can't walk. She is still as...
Oh, she's just as quick though as some of them, isn't she?
Super quick.
Shuffling around the field with the horses and a llama.
Yeah, she's so beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that just slightly pissed me off. But, I can cope with it.
So I've got one other rant.
Another one?
And it's just...
Are you allowed to?
Do you make the rules? Are you the fucking rant? Are you the rant ruler? Yeah. Are you the rant ruler?
Yes.
No? I'll show you the rant ruler later.
Oh, Daddy.
Talking about old Daddy, I made another raised like flower, like a vegetable trough, didn't I?
Yes.
Like an extra big one.
Yeah.
And I got my router out and I engraved "Oh Daddy" on it, didn't I? It's a little surprise.
I love it.
It looks pretty good. We'll put a picture of that up as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've got another rant. So everybody that thinks obviously Trump is an imbecile and he's stupid and he's having a rant and he goes off and stuff, don't always believe what the media says. The media have literally fucked me right off because like the BBC News, there was a 50-minute presentation about the coronavirus and sunlight killing it and bacteria, bleach and stuff on surfaces and whatever else.
Yeah.
and they've put down that Trump said inject yourself with fucking bleach. Well, that was completely edited from 50 minutes into
about 30 seconds.
About 30 seconds. So there's a link on YouTube about it. This chap who was actually there filmed it, or was he there, or he had?
No, he downloaded it.
He had the footage and stuff, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where it shows you all of it, the whole thing. So when Trump comes out on stage, he's got a chap stood next to him, and then they cut it with him saying about injecting yourself with bleach, and that chap magically disappears straight away.
Yeah.
It's because there's 15 minutes footage, and they've cut it down to about fucking 2 minutes, haven't they?
Yeah.
And it's just false lies and shit, and it's just the media are just all a bunch of wanky cunts.
I mean, not to his defence, but he said that he was being sarcastic, saying you should inject yourself with bleach.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are some people who took that literally and did it anyway.
Yeah.
These kind of people need to be removed from society.
Yeah. But Trump, along with Abraham Lincoln, they were both called dummies and like not clever or whatever and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Trump is being now. But both those two men have got the highest IQ out of all the other presidents.
I'm not saying that we're pro-Trump. We just hate.
Oh yeah.
We just hate people who just are lying.
I mean, everyone
stuff.
does things that are wrong. It's like the wall. People are saying, "Oh, he wants to build a wall because he's racist." This and the other. That's the media saying that. Well, he didn't actually want to. Like all the senators, so Obama, Clinton's, Trump, all the other senators, Bush, a lot of them, they all signed a bill to have a wall built back in 2006 or 2007, something like that.
Yeah.
They all agreed and they all voted to have the wall built, and it's just none of them other presidents beforehand had the fucking balls to do it. And he's the one like, well, we've signed that bill, we voted on it, so I'm going to put it into action, and that's why he's been in action. Not because he's racist, because he doesn't mind immigrants coming into the country as long as they come in legally. What he wants to stop is the illegal people coming in.
This is from this.
But that's every country. That's every country. Like Britain wants that. Britain doesn't. Nobody minds people coming in because like lots of Britons move abroad, lots of Americans move abroad. Everyone moves around and they start somewhere else in the world.
Yeah.
However, they do it legally. They don't try and sneak in, and then obviously no one knows they're here. It's just kind of that's what he wants. So I'm not pro-Trump, but I'm not against him either.
But you shouldn't be editing fucking shit like that.
You should be editing news,
if you're BBC,
yeah.
It's really dodgy.
Snaky as fuck, aren't they?
It is definitely
anyway,
snaky
they're all
as fuck.
cunts, and that's my little rant over about that. So, I think we're on to the next section of trolling, aren't we? So, we're going to play the jingle. Or it's a bit crap. Well, do we want to? Let's see if people can vote about the jingle, because I wasn't too sure about the trolling jingle.
Well, if you can come up with something better,
I'll think about it. But I think it's just our singing. The rest of it was fine. It's just our
Let's
singing.
just edit that out then.
The trolling. Anyway, let's play the jingle. So I follow a page called Real Squaddy Humour.
It is not for the faint-hearted.
It is not for the faint-hearted, and if you don't like it, you report a post, they literally just block you and they kick you off the page.
They call you out first, and then
they actually call you out. Yeah, they call you out and tag you in it, and then everybody fucking slates you. If you don't like it, you just scroll past it. Simple as that. Easy peasy. But it's no filter whatsoever, and it is pure, true, old-fashioned squaddy banter.
Yeah.
So if any of my squaddy mates are listening and you don't follow it, go on and follow the Real Squaddy Humour. It's some of it's funny as fuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Proper funny. So some of it's pretty close to the wire. And sometimes I look at it and go, ooh.
But then still have a laugh.
But it is still quite funny, and it is all light-hearted. You know, it's not racist or homophobic or anything like that. It's just a bit of like, it's a bit like Eminem actually.
Yeah.
Isn't it? He just says it how it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So there's one on there about Sam Smith, and it's
your favourite.
I'll tell you what, like
we did used to really like.
I used to really like Sam Smith until he started just being like,
call me they.
a bit. It's not that he wants to be non-binary. It's just that he's literally massively over the top with it.
Yeah.
It's just again, it's attention seeking, isn't it?
It is. Him seen crying in his £12 million mansion when you're in quarantine.
That was on the news actually.
Yeah.
He's only got 5 bedrooms.
Don't feel bad for you.
5 bedrooms in that 12 million mansion.
It was London. Of course it is. So much houses are there?
I know, but that's ridiculous. 5 bedrooms for 12 million. I want fucking
a castle.
a bedroom. I want 12 bedrooms.
£1 million a bedroom.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So this is a bit of a meme.
He is what you call a whiny little bitch, though, isn't he?
He actually is a whiny little bitch. So this real squad of humour. It says Sam Smith says he's not a man or a woman, but a mixture of all different things. And then in big letters at the bottom it says, but mostly a cunt. So there's 39 comments, and you can imagine some of them are quite humorous and funny. However, that's our funny little bit of trolling today, and you're on to Sue's trolls now, aren't you?
Oh,
Sue, Alexa's mum, Sue, is our weekly troller.
She loves a good troll.
She does like a good troll.
So this is going back to the bleach incident with Trump.
Oh, is it? I'm going to comment on that later.
She's very anti-Trump, is Sue.
Oh, she's not going to like me anymore. I'm not going to be the favourite son-in-law. I actually am the favourite son-in-law at the moment.
So, so obviously there was a post about the injection and all that, and then she commented, each time he comes out with something stupid you think he can't possibly get any worse, and then he does. Will the penny ever drop amongst his followers?
Well, see, and that is just prime example of her being brainwashed by the media.
Well,
it is, because she's watching the media and she's believing what they say.
Yeah, this is true.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
And she hasn't seen the actual proper video. So we are now on to funny stories, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we've had an email in.
Yes.
From Art Dealer J. He's actually fine. He says that I can use his name, so it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And he basically sent us an email. It's really quite long, so I'm not going to read all of it out, but I'm just going to leave it on down. So he lives in London.
Yes.
He's been a friend of yours for years, hasn't he?
Yes.
And he was...
Well, internet friend, we've never actually met.
You've got so many internet friends, haven't you?
Because I don't have any real life friends.
That's because you don't like going out
well, you mean
and socialising with people.
I know. So you
internet
know,
friends
basically,
are fine.
you know when people say like, "Are you coping with lockdown? Are you managing?" And I'm like, "There's no difference really to my daily life."
There actually isn't any difference.
Apart from having to take the kids to school and go to work.
Oh, do you know what? I actually really enjoy not having to get up and take the kids to school.
I know, it's so nice.
I fucking hate that part of the day.
I know, although we are actually meant to be schooling them, which isn't happening. Actually, so much so that she had I mentioned last week that she had a shit fit when I was trying to get to do schoolwork. So her teacher actually rang her. This is Jazzy. And literally, bear in mind, I got to a point where I literally was like screaming at her to get to do anything. She literally comes on the phone, she's like, "All right, babe, do you think you do a little bit of maths for me? Yeah, because I know you're really good at it, aren't you? Yeah, can you manage that? Even if you just watch a video, can you do that? Can you watch a video for me, babe?" She went, "Yeah." She went, "All right then, thanks, babe, see you soon, bye." Literally it, she fucking did 2 hours of work. That teacher deserves a medal.
So, we're paying for a fucking online tutor, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just to fuck them right off.
Because I can't be bothered with the arguments.
Minnie was absolutely
raging.
He's like, "Right, Jazzy's had her 45 minutes with her tutor. It's now your fucking turn."
And then she literally
what the fuck?
She literally sat there with like the stoniest face. She's like, "So do you like maths? Can you do this?" And she's like, "No, yes, no, yes."
It was really funny because while you was cooking tea and she was having her tutor lesson, I came in and she looked up and I went, "Ooh!" Stuck my fingers up at her but didn't say anything, just like that. I laughed at her and she just went like that and gave me the shittiest look and then tried not to smile.
I actually texted her afterwards saying, "Thanks for like doing the lessons. Sorry, I forgot to warn you when he was a bit of a teenager." A bit of a mardy teenager.
But she's really good. Should we give her a shout out?
No, because I can't remember her name.
Do you not write it down?
No.
In your phone?
No.
Brutal. Anyway, she's a tutor. She's really nice. She's actually really good. So back to the story. So, Art Dealer J.
Yeah.
He had his aunt and her friend and
come over from Monaco.
And 13-year-old boy. I think the 13-year-old boy was his cousin.
So super rich, super posh.
So they live over there, and he kind of gave us a bit of a background that when he went over there, like sex and being naked and stuff like that is just
normal.
normal over there.
What do they? Like when you're on the beach in France, they just have them all out.
They have all the tits out and stuff and vag and whatever. They don't care, do they?
I don't think it's vag out.
Yeah, they'll have the vag out. No, he said there's something like nude.
Were they?
In the story, yeah. So like they're a lot more open-minded. They're not so stand-up prudish fucking British sort of. Oh, you can't get your fucking tits out. They really don't care, do they? Walk around naked, tits out, whatever. They don't care.
Yeah.
So it's that obviously, so they're a little bit more open-minded and fun living, free living. That's the best way. So he said they obviously came over, but they wanted to go into London and wanted to do Harrods. Is it Harrods?
Yes.
And they wanted to do some other stuff. So they're having lunch and stuff, and they said about Soho, and they presumed that Soho was just a shop. And obviously he explained that it wasn't. It was a bit bigger than that. And obviously described that the area that there's obviously sex shops and sex cinemas and stuff like that and whatever else. And obviously that they had a 13-year-old boy, and they're like, yeah, it's absolutely fine. Anyway, he was, they went through this alleyway, and at the end there was a sex shop, and his auntie and her friend fucked off into this sex shop, bust in there, looking at all this stuff, and he was awkwardly left outside a sex shop with his 13-year-old boy.
How horrendous is that?
Imagine people walking past.
You're like, I'm not with him!
Yeah, he's family member.
Then that makes it even worse in a way.
Proper dodgy, isn't it?
He's a family member.
It would be proper dodgy. Anyway, so he obviously felt massively awkward with this situation. The boy goes into the sex shop and disappears in. He's like 13 and he's off. He's like, yep, I'm going in. Who gives a fuck? And he goes. And so he's now stood outside by himself, feeling loitering, looking like probably feeling like he's looking like a dirty perv. Proper dirty trog. So he's like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna go in there. So he goes in there, and obviously then he's faced then with his auntie and her friend, looking at all like the BDSM stuff and dildos.
Can you imagine? There's always like a scale of like family members and how like prudish they are or open-minded. Like, for
can you imagine?
Can you imagine there was Sue?
Can you imagine Sue and Ray in there? Oh, Ray. Just for this, Ray is Alexa's dad, but we refer to him as RJC.
RJC. Raymond John Charles.
Don't give his full name. Google him.
Do not Google him. Especially you fucking stalker.
Which one's a stalker? You
know who I'm talking about. You know the one who loves stalking us.
Who?
Right, moving on.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. He obviously is in this sex shop, and they're all looking at dildos and fucking BDSM stuff and whatever else. And you could just imagine that he explained that he just wanted the world to open up and fucking swallow him. Nice little family outing to Soho and the sex shops.
See the double-ended dildos and the videos of people being double-fisted, that kind of thing.
Oh.
Although you don't care though, do you? Because that time around summers you were like fucking loving life.
Oh well, yeah, that obviously. So we thought we'd have a little bit of spice up, a little bit something extra.
Just before...
our sex life is actually really fucking good, isn't it?
Is this something we're discussing now?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it?
Our sex life is really good. However, I did go...
No, do you know what? It was that day that we had the sex marathon watching 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, that's it, yeah. So we watched 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades whatever the fucking lot is.
Yeah.
And literally we actually nearly got caught by James.
Oh my god, yes, James came home!
We was on the sofa. Watching
and our patio doors of glass.
And our patio doors of glass, and we're literally fucking on the sofa, and then we heard the dogs fucking barking, and realised someone's there, and then realised James just fucking strolled past the glass window, didn't look into the house thankfully, and we're sat there fucking...
Had the old blanket over, just pulled it under lights.
Cock fully inserted in your vag.
That's a bit much.
No, it's not. It's funny. Yeah, so we was watching that. So we thought, let's go to I'll go to Ann Summers. So at the time, I was still working for the council, so I had my day job.
Yes.
And I'd gone to work on my motorbike. So I literally had my rucksack and whatever else. So I thought, I'm going to go into Ann Summers. I'm going to surprise Alexa. I'm going to buy a few bits. and come back. So I bought like a paddle and some chain, like some cuffs and stuff like that, you know, bits and bobs. Anyway, I walked to the Ann Summers shop, and I really don't give a shit.
I'd be like, do you know what? I'm just gonna buy it on the internet.
Yeah, Alexa bought it on the internet. I wouldn't care because I wanted to see what there was, you know. And if I'd gone in the Jeep that day to work, I probably would have bought the straps with the bar, you know, the extra long one. But I couldn't fit it in my bag.
Leg bar.
Yeah, just to hold you down a little bit better. However, I went in there, and the chap in there was really, really helpful. Like really complimentary that I was in there. I didn't give a fuck. Knew what I wanted, having a little look and stuff like that, and he was actually really quite nice to talk to.
Yeah.
However, he was very weird looking. He was a little bit cross between Norman Bates and the Undertaker.
I don't know who Norman Bates is.
Norman Bates is the chap from the film Psycho that dresses up as his dead mother and stabs all the girls in his motel.
What?
Yeah, he looked a little bit serial killer-ish.
Yeah.
However, really nice, really
Yeah.
nice chap. And he was like, "Oh, it's just really quite refreshing to see a bloke." I think he's definitely coming on to me. Really quite refreshing seeing a bloke coming here, and normally they just hide and they hide around the back, and then I go and see what they want, and this and the other. And he goes, "And you're just in, and you tell me what you wanted and whatever else, and you just didn't care." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck."
Did you rack up and be like, "Hi, yeah, I want some whips and chains"?
Yeah, I was like, "All right, mate. Yeah, just want to get some fucking some cuffs and some chains and some, you know, like a flogger, like a." Like a horse flog. Is it a horse flog?
Whip.
Yeah, but they call it flogs, don't it? A flogger.
I don't know.
Yeah. And so I just fucking, he was just like, it was actually quite refreshing. It's quite nice. I was like, I don't care. But like, what's? And so then he's like, he goes, "Do you want me to put it in a bag that's like discreet?" I'm like, "No, stick it in a fucking Ann Summers bag." The whip was too big to fucking hide in there, so I was walking through town in my fucking suit and my tie.
Yeah.
With me fucking council lanyard around my fucking neck, with an Ann Summers bag, and fucking loads of naughty sex toys in there, ready to come home and punish you.
Yeah, but when you drove home, it didn't fit in your bag, did it?
It didn't fit in my bag, so I drove back on my bike, and in my rucksack, I had this red leather-handled horse whip hanging out the top of my rucksack. All black bike, all black leathers, black helmet, black gloves, everything's all black. And this big red leather handle hanging out the back with the fucking thing. You would have noticed, you would have seen that.
Like the people driving behind you be like, "No, I know, he's up
into his leathers he is. Look, he's got his gimp suit on already." So yeah, a little bit of a funny story. That was quite entertaining. Yeah, that was actually quite a good
Anyway,
day.
if you've got any more funny stories for us, email them in at
shamelessmeetsthewaltons@gmail.com.
or DM us on Instagram, the Tiny Kids Podcast.
Anything really, anything at all, anything funny,
Just funniness.
anything crude, funny, filth, shitty, like anything.
Toilet humour.
Toilet humor. It doesn't matter. Anything that's funny, because it's great.
We like a chuckle, don't we?
We do like a little chuckle. So I think we're just on a bit of motivation now, aren't we?
Yes.
So you got some good motivation this week, didn't you?
So I have a friend who used to live opposite me in London, and she is called Emma Drew, and she runs a kids channel on YouTube called My Vox Songs. I think last time
My what?
My Vox Songs.
VOX songs.
Yeah.
My Vox songs.
And I think last time I checked, she had something like 300 million subscribers or something.
300 million subscribers.
Oh, I think that was ages ago.
Is that actually is that a 300 million
Yeah,
or just
I think
3
so.
million?
No.
300 million.
Yeah, I think so.
Fucking hell! That
It's
is
mental.
that is a lot.
It's literally mental how many she's got, or views or whatever. I don't know. It was ages ago, but I imagine it's way more now. So she does the animation and songs for kids' nursery rhymes and stuff like that. So now she's moving towards helping children set up their own YouTube channel and kids and stuff like that. So there was a event, I think it's called VidCon, which is like a YouTube event, and she was going to speak there, and she was like, "Oh, not that many. It's like sort of 4 o'clock. I think by the end of the day, most people have had enough of me, enough of the video thing, and no one's really going to come and see me." So she was sort of practicing her notes and stuff like that, and she was like, "Oh, you know, maybe like it'll be good if like 20 people turn up." She said before 4 o'clock, she has a look on the stage. 500 people had turned up to see her speak about how to get kids on YouTube channels. I was just like, no way. So anyway, so that's the sort of backstory of how I know her. She obviously was a friend of mine. We used to live opposite each other. But she's one of those people that when you speak to her, she makes you want to achieve stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because she's so clever and she's had all the experience. And if you say an idea to her, instead of, I don't know, maybe it's a Cornwall thing, but what I found from being down here is that people don't champion you, which I just don't understand.
Arseholes, aren't they?
I just don't
Not
understand
everybody,
that,
but the majority.
that if you're doing well, people will try and find a way
To slate you.
Yeah.
Or troll you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody seems to champion you, which I just don't understand. Like, to have someone who's, you know, even if you had a shit idea, you could be like, well
done for trying.
You can try this,
A
and this.
star for effort.
Yeah.
But that's a wank idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead of being like, oh no, that's shit, but she's just like, yes, you can do this, and she's just really like driven and motivating and things like that. Look her up. She's actually got a YouTube course online, and it's all the technical stuff about uploading videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't spoken to her for probably about 3 or 4 months, and we just had about a 2-hour conversation.
Yeah, you was having a conversation while I was digging out the whole fucking field. In fact, your conversation started when I'd finished digging out the foundations for our fuck den.
Yeah.
And then I started digging out the trench to put all the pipe work and stuff in.
Yeah.
And that's across 3 acres.
Well, we had a lot to catch up about.
3 acres. 3 acres.
Anyway, so because she's all into YouTube and stuff like that, she said to us, do you think that you should put the podcast on YouTube?
So, yeah, what do you think, listeners?
Do you think we should do that?
You get to see us sitting in bed.
In our pants.
Actually, Alexa's in her pants. I'm wearing trousers and a t-shirt. But I can sit in just me shorts and my joggers. Oh, you like my joggers, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually, you know who would like that, won't you?
Peter Penis here.
Who else? My World by.
Oh, Ella!
Shout out to Ella. She would literally love that.
Who wouldn't? Anyway, but that
I'm
made
nice and
me,
tan at the moment.
but
So
that got me thinking, because obviously we're all stuck at home and everything like that, who couldn't start being on YouTube?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or an online business.
I know we sort of, mentioned last time about the Zoom calls with the hairdressing and stuff like that, but people need entertaining. They're stuck at home. So
They do.
So who can put themselves on the internet, and what's stopping you? And then it occurred to me, I think what's holding me back from doing it more is, I think, the negative stuff, which obviously we always talk about the
To be
top
right, fair,
stuff
I
like
actually
that.
quite like the negative stuff because it pushes me to be more successful.
So I follow this couple. I follow like so many different people. There's not just like one type of person that I like to follow. And I follow this couple. I don't think you'd be a fan. They're basically like sort of 2 hippies, and they travel around the world together and they have a baby, and they only live off raw fruit. So they basically, each season of where the best fruit is, that's where they travel to. So they were in Cambodia, and now they're in Mexico. And
That's
they
checking
did.
it.
Yeah. Well, we have to get a plane.
Did they fly?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And
So where do they live?
they basically just get like Airbnbs. So
How the fuck do they afford that?
well, this is what I was coming to. So, you know, on Instagram, you get the Ask Me Anything questions. One of them was just like, oh, how do you fund your trips and stuff like that? And they do, the main source of income is that they do raw food retreats. So they get people to come and stay with them, and they stay for like 2 weeks, and they do like yoga, meditation, and then they go and trek in the jungle for all these fruits that you don't get anywhere else. And they're basically that you can live off that, but you have like peak energy because you're basically getting all vitamins and minerals all the time. So this is why I like them. I think they're really interesting and different. Anyway, one of their question and answers on their Instagram thing was, how do you deal with negative comments? And her reply was, YouTube comments is like are like the sewer of the internet, which I thought was quite interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to start reading some YouTube comments.
Well, she said that they don't ever read the comments, but the comments have helped them travel, because the more interaction and comments you have on the channel, the more the algorithm seems to promote it, because people are interacting.
Yeah.
So she said,
you get more paid for adverts and
yeah.
stuff.
So she said, although I've never read them because they're awful or whatever, or we don't choose to read them, they've actually paid for half their travels because YouTube pays in revenue
great.
to them.
You can troll me. I tell you what, people, if you want to do that, troll me as much as you like. I really couldn't give a shit.
And then I was just like,
I'll actually read them as well.
that is what's holding. If that's what's holding you back, you've got to see the positive, because obviously, like we spoke before about, we're laughing about the
Every
trolling,
cloud, silver lining and all.
the B12 trolling for work.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, if people are going to go apeshit about that, why would I put myself out there and be more susceptible to that anyway? Because
The thing is, you're a sucker. You'd read it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course I would, and
Yeah.
it'd really affect me.
I would read it, but it wouldn't affect me.
Do you know one? Actually, this made me think this. When I was in Dubai, I think the last time we were in the infinity pool or whatever, and I just crossed my mind, and I was just like, I have self-funded staying at a 7-star hotel from my hard work. Those comments have no effect on what I've achieved or where I am.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking, I can't go on the internet for this reason or do this for this reason because people are going to say this and people say that, people will be cunty regardless if you put yourself on the internet.
Yeah.
So at least get fucking paid for it.
Because people are cunties no matter what. So who cares? So
I mean,
moral of the story this week, I think then, is let people be cunty. Just don't let it affect you. Just smile and wave and enjoy the money that's coming your way.
And ultimately,
eventually,
you'll get massively benefited from. Is that even a word? Benefited? Rewarded. You'll be massively rewarded for all your hard work. And yes, there's going to be some contishness.
But you're never going to stop that.
Way.
You're never going to stop that.
No.
You're never going to stop cunties.
But even if you don't go out of the house and don't do anything, or just go and walk your dog, someone will be an arsehole to you. So you might as well get paid.
Might as well.
So, if you're thinking of starting a blog or a podcast or a YouTube channel or a website,
the more negative comments, the more people, more algorithm, more money you're going to get.
Just do it, because you can totally do it, and
you can.
Don't worry about what people are going to say.
So, I think that's pretty much it. I think we've discussed everything today, haven't we?
I hope you've liked it.
Yeah, I think it's been.
Shout out to our
it's been
20
quite good.
listeners.
It's not been as filthy today.
I am really. I think there's definitely been a good level of
I know,
filth
but it's
there for
been
you.
funny as fuck, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to go now, and this sexy bitch is going to cut my hair again because it's getting proper wild. And then I'm probably just going to fuck her again for the third time today. So, add some filth in there. The jingle's playing now, so we can wind that down. And
See you next
we
week.
love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.